So in here I am going to explain you some plant fibers like cotton. Okay, so you can see this is the diagram of a cotton. Okay, so this is obtained from the plant only naturally. This is a natural fiber. This is what a natural fiber, a field of cotton they have shown in this diagram. Here where does the cotton come from? Okay, where does this cotton come from? So cottons plants are grown in the fields usually at places having a warm climate and black soil. Very important points. Cotton okay, for the cultivation of cotton, which kind of plant is which kind of soil is needed? Black soil is good. Okay, so some cotton producing Indian states are Punjab, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra, etc. Okay, so cotton plants bear fruits the size of lemon called cotton balls, which burst open upon maturing, and seeds wrapped up in cotton fibers become visible. So cotton is generally picked by the hand from these balls. So you can see these balls are there, so we can pick up the balls by hand only. So there is a process called as ginning. So ginning of cotton can be defined as the process of separating cotton fiber from cotton seeds. First, they will separate the cotton fibers from the cotton seeds. Traditionally, the ginning used to be done by hand, but these days machines called double roller cotton ginning machines are widely in use. So with the help of double roller machines, we can separate the cotton from the cotton balls. Am I clear? So in this figure, you can see a boy ginning by hand. Second, just see here jute. Okay, very simple. So you can see here a jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the plant. Unlike cotton, jute is cultivated in the rainy season. Okay, for the cultivation of cotton, okay, summer season is suitable. Okay, but in jute, rainy season is good. Some jute producing Indian states are Bihar, Assam and West Bengal. Okay, the plants are harvested during the flowering stage, and the stems of these harvested plants are then soaked in water for 4 to 5 days. Then what happens? The stems are left to rot, and then fibers are picked out by hand. Okay, so here one process is there. One term is there, yarn. Yarn is a sperm thread that is made up from fibers in order to produce fabrics. So how we are going to spin this cotton yarn? Spinning cotton yarn. This is very important. You should understand. Easy only. Spinning. Spinning is the process of constructing yarn from fiber in which the fibers from the huge heap of cotton wool are taken out and twisted, which brings them together to form a yarn. Okay, so there are two major devices called Stakli, which is a hand spindle, and Charkha, which is also a hand operated device. They are used for spinning. So Gandhiji was also using Charkha for the same process. Okay, the spinning of yarn on a bigger scale is done using spinning machines. Okay, following which these yarns are used to weave fabric. So khadi was the term used to denote the clothes which were made from the homespun yarn. Yes or no? So you can see they have shown in the diagram. Okay. On the left, we can see the charkha. On the right, we can see a simple takli. Okay. So yarn to fabrics, there are two major ways by which yarn is converted to fabrics. One is what? Weaving, another is what? Knitting. So they may ask you this question also, how to convert yarn to fabric. So what is weaving? The process of intertwining two sets of yarn simultaneously to make fabrics is called as weaving, and the process is done using a loom, which can either be operated by hand or at machines, which interlaces two sets of yarn at right angles to each other. Okay, so you can see here. So one layer is like this. Suppose so perpendicularly they will knit like this. Okay, so the above figure represents the process of weaving. You can see this diagram. Okay. Next, knitting. Knitting is the process by which a single strand of yarn is used to make a piece of fiber. Okay, example, socks, sweaters, mufflers, and lot of other winter cloths are made by knitting fabrics. Knitting can be done by hand as well as machines. You can see one example which is of knitting, which is done by hand. Okay, so it's very common. The people are doing here, especially the ladies. Okay, history of clothing material is there. So you just glance over this. In earlier times, when people did not have access or knowledge to process fiber, big leaves or the bark of trees were used by the people to cover themselves. Yes or not? So after settlement began in the agricultural community, they learned how to weave. Okay, so they used grass and twigs to make mats and baskets. Animal hairs or fleece and vines were wrapped together into the structure. Stretched out strands, which were then woven into fabrics. And what happens? There was a abundant growth of cotton in areas near Ganga, okay, which the early Indians readily used to make fabrics for themselves. Okay, there is another plant called a flax, which yields a natural fiber, similar to Indians. Okay, similarly to Indians, the Egyptians also cultivated both cotton and the flax and used them for creating fabrics. These plants grew up near the river Nile. Okay, in India, near which river? Near Ganga. But in Egypt, which river? Near river Nile. But in those days, people were not aware of process of stitching. So they simply used to wrap around the fabric around the different parts of their bodies. Even today, unstitched clothes like saris, dhotis, lungis, and turbans are widely used. Okay, so this is all about fiber to fabric. Okay, so it was the advent of the sewing needles that people learned how to stitch fibers to make fabrics. Okay, that's all. Thank you.